The government of Panama swiftly shut down a claim by the U.S. State Department that American ships would no longer have to pay fees to go through the Panama Canal. Yeah, we're going to go through the Panama Canal for free. Yeah. Turns out, no, that's not the case. President Jose Raul Molino on Thursday denied the U.S. State Department's claim that his country had reached a deal allowing U.S. warships to transit the Panama Canal for free without any cost. Molino said he told the U.S. Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth on Wednesday that he could neither set the fees to transit the canal nor exempt anyone from them, and that he was surprised by the U.S. State Department's statement suggesting otherwise. Remember, they want to keep China from using the canal and to let American ships go through for free. And then they went out and said, yes, we made a deal. But Molino's like, no, we didn't. Quote, I completely reject that statement on yesterday, Molino said during his weekly press conference, adding that he had asked Panama's ambassador in Washington to dispute the State Department's statement. The State Department is now just coming out there and just saying ridiculous things. I know there's always been like a propaganda since it's like, you know, the government, right? And sometimes they'll put out like pro-America propaganda, right? But in this case, it is so blatantly wrong that like it's just not based on reality whatsoever. Okay, it's so easy to point out like, hey, no, that you're out there announcing a deal that we never made, like literally. Okay, and of course, since they're doing this on X, there's gonna be people like, oh, that's BS, fake news. You totally accepted the deal. Molino said the statement, I'm sorry, before I get to that, the Panama Canal Authority put out its own statement later Wednesday night saying that it had not made any adjustments to the fees, okay? And Molino said that the statement really surprises me because they're making an important institutional statement from the entity that governs the United States foreign policy under the President of the United States based on a falsity. That's intolerable. Hey man, welcome to 2025, where everything is insane, okay? Where everything that's coming out of the current government now is probably likely a falsity. So just kind of bet on it, seeing the fake news coming out, okay? Now, but here's the thing. Since 1999, the U.S. has paid a total of $25.4 million in transit fees. So now Trump says, well, we're going to save millions and millions of dollars a year. Yeah. How much we've paid in transit fees is actually less than $1 million annually. So, no, we're not saving millions and millions of dollars. In fact, we're not saving any money. Okay, we're still paying to go through the Panama Canal. Now, that said, Secretary of State Marco Rubio, he had gone to Panama to discuss so-called Chinese influence on the canal. What Chinese influence? I don't know, man. Nobody knows. It's not real. Now, Rubio told Molino that Trump believed that China's presence in the canal may violate a treaty that led the United States to turn the waterway over to Panama in 1999. You know what that treaty calls for? Neutrality. That Panama is, you know, that the usage of that canal is open to everyone. Well, then, if it's neutral, that means China can use it. China's going to pay for it, for using it. The United States is paying for it to use it. Okay, so now that said, the administration, Canal administrators said, look, okay, yeah, we might give you a sweetheart deal in, you know, giving you priority to cross the canal. We could do that for you. We could speed it up for you, get your warships in quicker. You know, you're up on the list. But they did not discuss waiving fees. So, look, again, straight up lies from the administration, claiming that, because of Donald Trump's leadership, we're going to save millions of dollars a year on transit fees. What a great negotiator. Except that, no, he didn't do anything. He did nothing. There was no change whatsoever. But again, it doesn't matter because MAGA's out there celebrating wins that didn't actually happen. Take the tariffs, for example, right? Now, the tariffs on Mexico and Canada, it would have been 25% tariffs, right? On both of those countries. Now, there's still tariffs on China that have gone into effect, which is 10%, right? But the tariffs on Canada and Mexico, they were not canceled but delayed. Okay, now both countries had agreed, okay, to delay the tariffs if they do the things that they had already planned to do previously. I'm not kidding. Weeks ago, Canada offered $1.3 billion, and it's in Canadian dollars, so about $900 million, in border security, with a package that included drones, helicopters, more border guards, and the creation of a joint task force to go after the fentanyl, which there's very, very small amounts of fentanyl that go across the Canadian border, right? So not really the hugest problem. Now, they had already agreed to do that before. On Monday, Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau said that after talks with Trump, that they added a fentanyl czar and agreed to list Mexican drug cartels as terrorist organizations, which again, it's not really a gigantic concession, right? Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum agreed to station 10,000 members of her country's National Guard in its border with the United States, but those troops are being shifted from other parts of the country rather than newly deployed, so it's not really a big thing that they had to do either. So, again, not really gigantic victories here from Trump. He really didn't get much other than, hey, look, I won negotiations. Look at my tactics, which he didn't even have to threaten the tariffs on both of those countries. If anything, it was unnecessary because they were already agreeing to do these things. It's just needlessly antagonizing our closest trading partners. Just to say, oh, look at me, I won, I'm the greatest negotiator ever. Yeah, okay. Look, that's the thing though, is his sycophants don't actually care if they're not real wins, okay? And why don't they care? Because they're in a cult, okay? They're in a cult. And so they're going to celebrate this as the greatest win for the greatest negotiator ever. It's absolutely ridiculous. As Inu Manik, a fellow for trade policy at the Council on Foreign Relations, said, quote, a win is anything Trump wants it to be. There isn't any grand strategy or rational explanation for what he's doing. It's chaos for the sake of chaos. Pretty much. But this is just the latest example of that chaos. And there's going to be so much more. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon in order to get notified whenever a new video is released. And if you want to support independent, progressive media through this difficult time where it seems like everybody is shutting down, you can become a member on our YouTube page, you can become a subscriber on Facebook, or you can go to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf. Thank you.